Is my screen
Not at.
visible in presentation mode?
No. Pratap? Sujit, who is sharing?
I mean, Sujit Bro is sharing the screen.
Yeah, okay.
Sharing now, is it not visible?
No.
Oh,
Second.
I think. Okay, can you please reshare it once again, Sujit Bro?
I did 2 times.
Or else you want me to share?
Yeah, probably try. I'm sharing in
Okay,
fact,
okay.
but can you share if not?
Yeah, it is not coming actually. Yeah.
Okay. Let me share my screen. So I hope my screen is visible to you guys.
Yeah. Yes, it is visible. Yes. Yeah.
Sujit Bro, you can
Just
start.
go to next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So before I go my detailed intro, I'll tell you. I know you guys. Probably otherwise, I want to take it such a way that I assume you will be an AI enthusiast, probably working in a large enterprise. Let me assume like that. And you are looking at all the AI breakthroughs, what's happening, and you worked in Copilot Studio, um, and you are looking like some solution which is not really helpful, with the current technology what you are doing. Something like you have you want more powerful features, and you want to do more fine tuning, and you want to evaluate the model which is more suitable for your need, and you want to have an enterprise. You have an enterprise data. You are working in a big company. You have an enterprise data. You want to effectively build AI models, which is really considering more complicated, and we are not able to handle it with your current Copilot Studio or any tools what you are using. So you are looking for such kind of platform. So we are talking about such platform where you can actually explore and build AI models, and again do tuning, evaluation, and you can do integration with other system. If you have service level data, you can do this is kind of tool which you are looking for. That's the major area which we are concentrating. So it's called Azure AI Foundry. Probably you know that, but what we are really looking at is how do we able to leverage it better or utilize it in your own way. So in this session, we wanted to introduce that AI Foundry, whoever is hearing it first time. Then we want to take it to you guys, like how we can give this AI Azure Foundry portal, what all things or what all functionalities providing to you, and how we, as an prompt engineering. You might already using it or might heard it about it. So how you can actually utilize it, and then we will show how to bring your own data models and some concept called RAG, retrieval augmented generation. What is it? What's it basically? What is it? If you don't know, other ways how do you utilize it in AI Foundry? Finally, we will cover the tuning process and how we can evaluate our models and output what we did. So this is what we are actually trying to cover in this session. So the next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, so imagine you are an architect, probably not a you are doing construction architect. So okay, you are planning to define a city and all. You have access almost all material. You have all tools. Um, but there's one problem. Each of these resources again scattered across different locations. You spend more time to gathering them, arranging them, coordinate them. This is actually a building process, right? So this is one way of options. This is that you have a central hub, a place where everything is seamlessly integrated. Okay, a single space that gives all the materials and everything is in one place. So this will help you do things quickly, like designing, estimating, and perfecting your plan for that that you can do it. That is what Azure AI Foundry. So you are getting uh, an option where you can actually explore different models which is useful for you, and you are getting all the tools for customizing your Azure models and fine tuning your models and doing prompt monitoring. All this customization you are getting on place, and you are getting built-in safety and reliable measurement automatically. That is very much important, right? Responsible AI. Then you are getting a kind of option where you can integrate with your GitHub and your tools like Visual Studio, and if you're already using Copilot Studio, you can actually integrate to that also. So these all functionality is available in it. Along with that, if you are planning to use this or the assume that you wanted to uh, access these services through SDK, that is also available. You can actually manage this functionality through software development kit. So these all functionality you are getting with Azure Foundry. So it's a one common platform. You are getting almost everything as in data. What I can go as an master, as an architect, data architect, which you want will help you to define what you are imagining to achieve. Okay, so that's what Azure AI Foundry. We will take you through that demo, what all things available, how these tools look like, if you are first seeing it first time or if you are not yet utilized it. Okay, so next slide. Next slide. Cover up this. Go to slide. Next one. So now prompt engineering. This is very common functionality when you are working in AI model. You are getting this feature generally. People are talking about prompt engineering. So what is it basically? If you don't know, and if you are planning to use that in your Azure Foundry, so let's assume okay, a music composer who is handling most of this, orchestration, all those things, like A. Rahman. Okay, every instrument he has, every musician, they have their own command. Okay, he has to command everything. All together comes together. That makes a better music. But there's a catch. You don't have conductor's pattern. Like so, you notice that he will have a pattern, and always that using that you will place the random notes. So imagine having a perfect pattern, right? You one of that actually allows you really guide the orchestration in precision manner. Like if individually each musician are very good on their area, but the person that the composer decides which all tunes will be having correct point and all those things. So that's actually prompt engineering is something similar like that. You have all models, you ask it, you will get all the information, but the way you ask, the way you orchestrate it, or the way you define it, that makes the difference. So in Azure AI Foundry, there are powerful models, okay? But we have already seen even latest models also available. Daily, we are seeing a lot of models, okay? But the real magic happens when you craft your input properly and ask a model and talk to the AI models to give the quality output what you're really looking for. So when you give that prompt properly, you will be getting the right response what we are really looking for. Okay, so and generally we know that these models are so statistic like you ask same question two times, it might be given different answer to you. Similarly, if your model doesn't have a context, it won't say silent. It will just say that, oh, guess. It will guess it. Okay, even though it doesn't have an answer, it will create right. So without right data, if you don't have the right data, it might generate misleading information also that way, right? And moreover, we know that it doesn't have a memory. So we need to give proper context about this. These all actually driving to us create a right prompt, and that is what called prompt engineering. If you give right prompt, you will be get right information, what you are really looking for. Okay. So now, when we, how do we give this right information? Just like as I mentioned earlier, composer, like a film director, maybe he is doing world class films with world class actors. See, actually, he has to tell each and every members that or each actor said that how do you it is under him how he handle it, right? So actor might be incredible, he's really talented, maybe capable of playing any kind of role, maybe he can do kind of emotions, all those things. But one challenge, if that emotions or whatever he is planning to present, it's not there in the script, what's the point? Whatever emotion he shows doesn't matter, right? So without clear instruction in which this is the scenario, this is the situation, that instruction has to go to him, right? So each here, when we are giving each prompt, each area, either system prompt or user prompt, we have to provide that from system or user. This is what I am expecting. This is my director's vision. You follow this. That's what I am really looking for. For example, if you system prompt, if you take it, right? So we will give the description, task description. What should I accomplish with this? What the expected behavior? What kind of information I'm looking for? Whether you when you answer me, can you give me formal, casual, or maybe little funny or technical level answer? You can give a behavior. What kind of behavior you're expecting? Uh, Safety guards. That is very much important. So what topic should I avoid? Similarly, some protection, like some requests you want to, some malicious requests will be, you want to control it. And data source, from where you want to take the data, which data should I rely? And you can do the memory simulation also, remember these things, previous interactions, like that you can define. So system prompt, each of this prompt as a, just like how a director gave instruction to the and each actor and the situation, likewise we have to provide direction so that they will be able to as model, as actor can give the response properly. Similarly, user, if you take a user also, we will give, okay, summarize, just an example, summarize this text like this is. And question, you can ask a question, say that how does, that is our real prompt question. Okay, how does Azure AI Foundry work? We can ask something like that. And we can give some example. So give this inputs, output, like this, you provide me answers. And so this is the way. On top of that, some other parameters like temperature. So you can control the creation and this model as mentioned. It doesn't have answer, it will create itself. So that creativity you can control using temperature. So you can give low temperature and also it will control what level of information provide to us. Then there is topic also. So define um, how wide that AI should cast for a possible answers. Like if we give lower values, it will be more focused on it. If you give higher values, more diverse. So you can decide like that how you want to craft your entire uh, prompt engineering, especially while you are giving for system and use with the other parameters which we talked about. So these all can be provided in while you are setting up your AI project. So next one, the so this is general best practice. So if you give your model the clear instruction, you can imagine how it's going to speak. So don't avoid assumptions, right? Provide a contextual specify the task what your model should perform. Don't assume that it doesn't have that kind of intelligence. So we have to clearly define what actually what we are expecting from it, and break down the requests into simpler, smaller tasks and give the instruction properly. And these are the best practice ideally. But when I say this is how you have provide the details. Just an example, define the format also while you are providing the details. Like you are expecting the output like this, and you can give some examples also. This is what I am really looking for. As such, sometimes just like I told, a director is giving the actor. Maybe sometimes he'll act and show. This is the kind of expression I am looking from you. So follow this. This is the situation. So we have to be very clear. We a head of director while you're giving prompt. So these all, by the way, these all are theory. But what I'm trying to say that if you follow this way, you get uh, prompting and you will get right response what we are really looking for. For doing this, you can actually depend on the Share Foundry where you can do also. But at least we should understand it's just not like whatever way we want, we just put it over that you'll expect. But if you keep these things in your mind while you're doing prompt engineering, you will be able to get right uh, information what you are really looking for. Next slide for that, please. Next one. So these all demos we will show you demo right after all this. Yeah. So now let's assume that we have um, an advanced AI-based racing car. Okay, it's very sleek, very fast, capable of doing anything, incredible things, and all those things. But one thing, there is no fuel. There is no fuel. What does it mean? If whatever car powerful, nothing is going to happen. How powerful engine is the fuel? It won't move. In so generate quiet. The fuel is there. Obviously, everybody knows that without the right, it's not going to be relevant information for not right that relevant as well as up to date data. Sometimes we know the GPT and all training of 1 year back and also those there are challenges. Now, how do you get this data? Right, data is really complex. Sometimes we are not able to get the right. That is the problem of data source. We don't just have a structured database. Sometimes we have a lot of documents, emails, PDF, images, some real-time feeds. So AI has to look at all these things. There are some challenges to get the right data for this. Now, second thing is some scenarios like telecom and all data is growing faster than AI models think about it. That getting lot of data. So every second a new information is being created. So keeping AI up to date again, it's and again latest also and most relevant also, it's really challenge. Now some scenario, some organization which I'm working, I mean in my case itself, 1 week before we were trying to do an AI project, but customer saying that I can't give access to production data for anybody. because of this PII regulation and all. And moreover, even though they gave access, also there is a lot of other challenges like firewall, confidential document, private, some business PII data records. So these all coming in picture while we are accessing this. So different kind of challenges why we are getting the data. So we need to get real grounded data to really defining and doing the current right customization for our models. So if you really wanted to get the AI its own power, we just need to just not a powerful model enough. Also, right data strategy also required. So if you are an AI architect, of course, these all will come into place for you. So be mindful about that thing, and we have to utilize the security features which is available with as part of this product. With that, we need to try to access the data for our purpose. So having said that, can you go to the next slide? Pratap?
Pratap, you there? 1 second. Pratap, can you share?
Yeah. I think from my end, I mean, while I'm sharing, everything is lost.
Okay, please
Yeah,
share.
yeah, I'm unable to share. Yeah. So sorry for that. Yeah. 1 second, please. Yeah. Yeah, Suji bro, now you can. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, thanks. Some serious issue with the sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we talked about the prompting and how do we generate this, what all things we need to look at while we are considering data and all. So we'll come to next area. Even though the prompt components are there, we can provide the model access and we can get the data, assume that we are getting everything. So the thing is that data we provide to the model also should be relevant to the user query. Okay, so dynamic and limited size. See, it's not only just to give everything. Now the next part is we need to make sure that we need to be cost optimized also. So one thing we can utilize as an architecture point of view when we are doing prompting, we can consider a concept called retrieval augmented generation. Specifically, what does it mean? It's very simple. If the user input an initial prompt, so if I'm asking something, okay, so which is maybe I'm using this data for the data source to retrieve basic data. Maybe I'm asking for can you give me so and so data. So what it can do using that search basic prompt, it can search the data source and retrieve the relevant grounding data. This is for retrieving. Once we get the grounding data, and we can augment that with our own prompt. Say an example, simple a sixth standard student is asking for some math question. So we can augment it saying that you will consider yourself as a teacher for sixth standard student, and this is the context. Like that, you can augment that entire prompt by adding additional contextualization, and you can scope the text. Then the augmented prompt is submitted back to your LLM, that means your model, which will generate the appropriate response as per the natural language. So with this way, what we are doing is we are actually reducing the total, and we are just like as I mentioned earlier, we are as per the director vision, we are controlling what we need to give, even though the customer is or the original user is asking specific information. We are basically using this architecture. We can override, and it's like we can actually wrap some additional prompting and all, and we will be getting better result, and we can reduce the number of tokens what we are really using. So there are a lot of advantage by using augmented as RAG mechanism. So this is one of the technology what we can consider while you are really working with AI projects. So having said that, can you go to next one? Next
Yeah.
additional options what you can consider is chunking it. I mean, retrieving the data, how we can do different way. So the name itself is saying that chunking it, vectorizing, ranking it, indexing it. So basically what you are doing is, if you are a big you wanted to read indexing the entire PDF document, like which is 100 page, 200 page, or 1000 page. So one way of doing is you can actually chunk it small pieces. So preparing data into in the data pipeline and splitting into your document into more efficient and managed way, small pieces called chunks, and that will help you to really get it things very quickly. Another way is vectorization. You can do data pre-processing step to vectorize it, then you can index it, and even same way you can rank it. So so different ways techniques are there while you are retrieving the data, so you can approach any of this based on the need of your project. Okay, so can you go to next slide? So this, okay, I understand there is multiple way, but it looked like very difficult for me to do, right? So how Microsoft is helping us? So Microsoft actually have providing us some solutions like Azure AI Search and all. You can utilize that feature to build this chunking, indexing, all those functionality. So which will help you do this vector search so easily. Okay, so utilize that option if you are really looking for a knowledge base kind of prompt engineering or data solution. If you're looking for, consider those things, especially when we are doing with RAG. Another way is Azure AI. Next slide, please. So whatever way you do it, okay, this Azure ecosystem, we need to make sure that our data is protected, right? It's all possibilities are there, but we have to use that compliance and security control. Otherwise, customer will not be ready. Two things most of the customer looking for: one is the ROI, whatever they are doing, return on investment they are looking for. Second thing is the security. So we have a lot of security compliance systems, or lot of security controls also added to Azure Foundry. You are going to see all those kind of what is possible in Azure AI Foundry in the demo. Just one more slide. After that, we'll go back to demo. Right. So go to next slide. This is one framework Microsoft is providing, especially if you are working in .NET. Okay, so we covered model discovery and differentiation through technique like prompt engineering and RAG, all those things. To put all these things pieced together, if you are a developer, you need an AI orchestration. Okay, go next layer, next layer like that. So to streamline this end-to-end development lifecycle, you can use one ecosystem called prompting. It's just like JSON commands. I mean, you can actually define the specification, and you can define the tooling, how it has to run time. All those things you can define in a file, and you can utilize and attach to your model processing. So it's a language agnostic prompt. Like it is not on any specific language. Any language, it will be applicable for all the language. There will be a lot of prompt assets. Microsoft also created. You can also create yourself. There's a prompt asset classes are available, and you can format it and control it based on your need. So you can provide the specification. It's like a standard format. Okay, that unify the prompt how it is executed in a single asset. Then you have tools like through a visual, you can actually add it as part of your Visual Studio Code extension. If you're using Visual Studio Code, prompt extensions available. Using that, you can actually do all this function. If you wanted to edit, or if you want to do any kind of I mean, how do you, if you're a developer, how do you handle that directly? You can handle the Visual Studio Code itself, and it has runtime also. It's a standalone file. It can help do anything without the help of runtime to execute. You cannot actually. It's an engine, prompt engine that understand, and it can execute the format what you return. So, so this is very simple. And if you add that extension, you will be default get some kind of uh, templates. Yeah, either you can, otherwise you can create your own template, and ChatGPT or other AI models also will help you to create this prompty templates for you, the specific need, right? So now, uh, you know the basic concept of what you need to do. How do you select a model? While you have a model, what you need to look for your prompt engineering, and how do you say define your data? What all things you need to consider while you're defining data? How do you make better utilization of your data? How whether you want to chunk it, index it, or use vectorize it depends upon your business need. And how do you handle the governance? These all need to be considered while you are building a project with Azure AI Foundry, and you are getting a hub to do all these things in one place. That's what you are going to see. With that said, myself Sujit, working as a director consulting expert in CGI. I'm handing over to Pratap Reddy. He will take you from here to show you what all we discussed so far in how it will work in a Azure Foundry. Okay. Thanks all listening to me. Pratap, over to you. Take over for the.
Yeah. Sorry, actually, I'm speaking, and I mean, okay. Yeah, thanks for sharing your insights, Sujit bro. And yeah, if you want to connect with the Sujit bro, just probably you can connect with, and Sujit bro, you can share your LinkedIn URL in the chat as well. That would be better for the audience to be connected and discuss something about it. Yeah. And yeah, coming to my okay, thanks for all the insight, like how this Azure AI Foundry, so what are the things and all. So everything we can discuss while demo and all. So I mean, before going to the demo, so I would like to discuss. I mean, myself, like I'm Pratap Reddy. I'm an Microsoft AI MVP, and I'm working as an associate consultant at Evident. So previously, it is we can call it as Atos. So recently, it is divided into Atos and Evident. So basically, I'm an author, blogger, I'm a speaker, so I hold ATEX certified. So if you want me to connect with me on LinkedIn, so discuss something about AI and all, so feel free to scan this QR and reach out to me personally. Then so this is best way to communicate ourselves. So whatever the ideas in between us, so we can discuss and move forward. Okay. So thanks for all the insights. So now we can let me go through some of the slides and if you have anything. Uh, yeah, that's all I think. So now we can let me stop my screen, then I'll share entire screen. I think from my end, Rajendran, so everything is fine, right? There's no disturbance from my end, right?
No
Yeah,
disturbances. You can share it.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, actually, I was in my home. I mean, my native, so it was. Totally in rural area. So sorry if you have anything like. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, so yeah, this is the portal.azure.com is the official website or official portal of this Azure cloud and yeah, Microsoft cloud. So today we can discuss something about this Azure AI Foundry. So yeah, so we have, if you want to start with Azure AI Foundry, first we need to create one resource over there. So formally, we can call it as Azure AI Foundry as Azure AI Studio. Now we can call it as an Azure AI Foundry. So just name change. So whatever, like, so it is an end-to-end platform for the developers who can plan and who can evaluate and you can monitor everything from the single umbrella. So we can call it as an Azure AI Foundry. So whatever the cognitive services like a speech studio, language studio, and machine learning, and so everything in a single place that will be more. Very soon everything will be available. So some of the features that are already available in Azure AI Foundry. Some features are still in preview, so they are to be entered into this Azure AI Studio. The Azure AI Foundry in next couple of months or next 6 months it will be in one platform, and yeah. So before going to this Azure AI Foundry, so we need to create, like, see here in the left hand side, we are able to see, right, in Azure AI services. So we have Azure AI services in the means, like we have Azure AI Foundry portal, like we have Azure OpenAI Search, Computer Vision, Face API, Custom Vision, everything related to the talk. Like a quality services, everything is available in one umbrella. And yeah, so I've already created one global AI Delhi, resource. So I would like to show you how you can able to I would like to tell you how to create one resource over there. So just there is an option called the create option. Just tap on and it will redirect you to create a resource over there. Yeah. So here it is asking you to create so there are several options like which type of subscription you are using. So for as a Microsoft MVPs, I'm having two subscriptions. So one is Visual Studio subscription, one is pay as you go. So whatever the subscriptions we have the different eight plus different subscriptions we have. So whatever the subscription you are using, so better you can go through that subscription as well. Yeah, I can go through this pay as you go. And here it will ask you for the resource group. So I'm already having the different resource groups having. So I just go through this resource group, AA Pratap. So if you don't have any resource group, instantly we can create the resource group. You just tap on and it will just give me the name. Instantly we can create the resource group as well. And I'll select the region as East US and name as I'll give you Global Power Platform 6th edition. Okay, so I given this one. Yeah, so what are the name we have to give this? IA services, it is unique name. So once we given the unique name, then we can go for the pricing tier. So we have the different types of pricing tiers standard SO. A lot of 15 plus standards as well, pricing standards as well, from the basic free trial to the global standard and the premium or something. We have different standards as well. So as of now, so my coming to my pay as you go services, so it is only applicable for the standard SO pricing tier. So if you have, other things as well. So if you want to the pricing tier, based on the we are selecting the premium version or a global standard version or like that, it will be based out of that. So once you select all these details, then you can just tap onto the review plus create. Okay. So once you tap onto the review plus create, it will go for the validation. So once the validation is completed, so you just tap on again the create option. Okay. So once you tap on create option, it will go for the deployment. Okay, then it will take a couple of minutes to deploy this service. So I'm already created one service. Okay, so I would like to show you what are the features that everything is available in this global AI Delhi. Okay, so it will, like a previous we created, right? It will take a couple of minutes. So instead of wasting time, so I would like to show you what are the features, what are the available things available. Available services available. Available features in Azure AI Foundry and all. So here there is an option called home button. So whatever the services you created recently, so everything that will be available. So API keys and which type of resource group you are using. So we have types of API keys. Like if you can able to use this API case in your SDKs like Azure AI Foundry SDK. So like that would be you can use it in over your organization data, or you can use it in like a personal or whatever it may be. So you can use it this API keys based on your requirement or based on your business requirement as well. And we have the model catalog. So and yeah, before going to the model catalog, so we have the different preview features like assistant playground. So this is an end-to-end platform for the assistants, like where you can create the a code entrepreneur, and you can able to create the assistant playgrounds, and everything is available in this assistant playground. So later you can go through this assistant playground as well. And chat playground, everyone know about all the base models and fine-tuning model we can able to deploy, and that will be we can deploy into our personal website, or else we can able to deploy into our anything related to the different aspects of business requirements as well. Yeah, so the bring your own data, so this is very so I'll know this plan. The bring your own data, so so whatever the services we provided by the base models or fine tuning models, it is trained with some set of data, right? So for example, we can ask the chat GPT models or the Copilot model. So right, so for example, let's say, so who is going to win the Champions Trophy 2025 or 2025, right? So it doesn't doesn't give you the it unable to predict the future things and all. So for example, let's say, so what we is able to do, we have to hallucinate this bring your own data with the for example, let's say, so India is going to win the Champions Trophy, and so we can give some analytics as well. So we can whatever the analytics that will be prepared with, we have to store it in somewhere like a files mode or URL mode or something anything SQL based everything. So we can keep it in one storage, and then what we need to, so we bring that data into that whatever the deployment model. So we have to add this data to that model. So this we can call it as the RAG, so bring your own data. So then we have to add this data. So then you can ask to that model. So we have to train that model in that way, so you can ask who is going to win the Champions Trophy 2025 match. So it will retrieve the data from that document. It is going to give the response like, yeah, so India is going to win the Champions Trophy, like that. So I'm giving one example, like a brief idea about that one. And yeah, so we have a few more things like a completion playground. So completion is like, so we have a lot of completions. Like, so for example, I'm working as an associate consultant evidence. So my manager is in Chennai. Like, I would like to send an email to my manager. So it is like a completion having like send an email, like write a quiz. Poll questions. A lot of completions are available. Like, so whatever the different ideas, so that would be everything is available in this completion program. So you can go ahead and so yeah. So for example, let's say I want to make an email, I want to create one article, and everything that will be comes under this completion playground. And images playground. So I love this images playground. So images playground. So already Sujit is something he talks about is prompt engineering, right? Right. So how this prompt engineering plays a key role and all. So this so whatever this prompt engineering and all, so so how like for example, let's say I'll give you for an example. So yeah. So whatever the prompt we are giving to this image model or anything related to this base models or fine tuning model, so how good our the prompt is, the expected output is also that much i mean uh, good it was. Like, so I would like to tell you, I have one example prompt. So I would like to give you this example prompt is image playground. So it is able to create, so previously this image playground we can call it as DALI model. So DALI 2 and DALI 3 is available. So this DALI models will accept the prompt. So how good our prompt is, the same way the output also is that much outstanding images as well. So I would like to show you. So I have one prompt as well, and then I will show you that one. So and we have the fine tuning model. So the why we need to fine tune the models, like we have the RAG models like Jenkins and retrieval. We have a lot of the vector bases, and we have a lot of things are there. So why we need to so we have the fine tuning models. So use it for some purposes, like based on the requirement we need to use some RAG models, and based on the some other purpose we need to use the fine tuning model. So like that we have. So these are some basic things that is available in Azure AI Foundry, and also we have anything related to, everything is related to the speech analytics and the prompt injection, and a lot of things like coming to this I know. So only thing is that once you can go to speech analytics, so then you can redirect to here. It will open the speech analytics platform. So where you need to text to speech and speech to text, and so we have a lot of things done. So everything is we can demonstrate over there, and also yeah. So this is all about like basic stuff related to this overview of this Azure AI Foundry. And now I'm going to show you the what are the model catalogs available. So the what previously I think I'm not sure like how many of you are aware of this model catalog is. Right now it is in the maintenance. Maybe I'm not sure. It is. Everything is related to this Azure OpenAI and AI Foundry is available. That our models are 25. Previously we have 700 model catalogs are available related to this Facebook models. Mistral models, and Facebook models like Llama models, and NVIDIA models, and anything like a DeepSeek models, and everything is available in this model catalogs only. So so there is a one option. So I think I am unable to use that option. So previously there is an option called model benchmark. So by using this model benchmark, you can compare with other models as well. Like for example, let's say in x-axis we have the range between 0 to 100 accuracy. In y-axis with the 0 to 100 range, and the x-axis we have the model names. So each model, what is the accuracy level? We can compare with other model benchmarks as well. Excuse me. So like that, we have the model benchmarks as well. Yeah, so now we can go to the chat playground, and I would like to deploy one. Excuse me, so I need to take some water. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so now we can go to the chat playground. So here we need to deploy one like a model, like so anything related to base model or fine tuning model. So Sujit is already deployed before we coming to this one. GPT-4 deployment, here where here we added some data, like I don't know like whether it is available or not. Yeah. So we already uploaded one data like related to this some invoice data under, and yeah, so I would like to show you. So while we are going to this deployment and all, so let me share. Let me go through the from base model. would like to deploy one base model. So we have recently like O3 model is also launched. So whatever the model if you want to like deploy, and you can play around us, and you can just come here and you can select the model. So here we have the 9 models available to deploy in the base. Everything related to the base models is 9 available. Like I just tap onto the GPT like O1 mini, like Omni O1. Omni-One Mini. Like so here, so once you're going to go through this deployment name, you're able to give some deployment name. So it's automatically it will try to give you some deployment name. If you want two unique name model, you can change it to over here. And the deployment tab, like here we have global standard deployment or global premium standard. I mean, like we have the different types of deployment is available. As of now, it is accepting the global standard. And yeah, here we can also like customize your deployment details. Like if you want to keep your resources and everything under like I mean like North Europe or Australian East, or you can change the resource location as well. And also like you can also change the content safety as a default version V2 to V1. You can change it here. So because whenever we need to create any deployment, we can must and should we need to focusing on the content safety. And I mean like we can right now you can trustworthy A and all. So everything is very important whenever we can go through the any base model or so. Yeah, so like I just give you some examples, like some of the Gemini models and all doesn't, you can I mean like so you can use some emojis, you try to I mean give you the responses with some, I mean there is a one AMVP like related to, I mean responsible AMVP Divya Akula. She demonstrated something. I love that demonstration. She showed something about this Gemini models is able to give you the responses with the very foul languages. So that's why whenever we need to create any post, I mean base model and all. So we need to, I mean, stick with the content safety, and so we need to select the default version 2 and also this default version 2 is very like good, and it will try to give you the responses very perfectly. It doesn't harm the other person's mentality and all. Okay. So, I mean, I just want to like clarify the how we can customize these deployment details and all. So if you can also like you can change it over here and all that. So then you can deploy this model. Okay. So just tap on here and it will take to a couple of seconds to deploy. Okay. So now this deployment is done. Like then you can try to add I mean chit chat with this I mean chat playground. Then you can deploy into your existing website or existing web app or maybe. So now let me, I can go through the previous one only, GPT-4o only. So because I'm already added the data, like add your own data. So here there is an option, right? So I'm already added. So let me go through the one more model. So GPT-4o mini. So so I think here there's a no option is available. Let me go through some other model. Okay, I just go through this GPT-4o only. Let me delete this data. So I would like to show you what how we can add our data on them. Okay. There is an option called add your data. So bring, so this is, we can call it as bring your own data to, I mean like, so whatever the chart, I mean here we selected the deployment name, I mean deployment model as GPT-4o. This GPT-4o is like trained with some set of data that to like 2023 January or 2024 January, up to that date only. So everything is available. So after that 2024 there is no data is trained with the GPT-4o model.
Pradap, we lost you.
Pratap? Pratap, if you are speaking, we are not able to hear.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, so power issue in my area. Networks. I'm able, right?
Yeah, there is some discrepancy in your voice.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, right now, I mean, like this. 1 second. Let me.
now it is okay. Now it is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for informing me. Like, see. Okay. Yeah. Software losing forgot us. I need to come here again and also. Yeah. Here we need to add the. Yeah.
Can you please share the web browser?
So I mean, Oh, a web browser is not sharing.
No. You are showcasing the Teams.
I'm sharing it. Okay, let me share. Okay. Let me share once again. Right now?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Oh, I think I'm using my mobile data. I think it's pretty low.
Yeah, maybe it's very slow. I think so. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, just give me 1 minute. I think power is again came to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so before like I just connected with my broadband connection. I would like to so I think I'll tell you something about here in the chat diagram. So here, so whatever the so we are using like a GPT-4 or GPT-4 or whatever the models. So it is trained with some set of data. It is trained, for example, let's say 23 to 2000. 23 and 24 January is up to that time only. So after that, we don't have that data. So you can ask anything related after the 24 data. It doesn't give the data. So you can ask like who will be the prime minister in 2024. It doesn't give you the response because on the time what we need to do, we need to retrain that model. So we need to add our extra. What we can so we need to add our own data so we can train that data. So whether this model is again it will responding the correct to responses or not like that we can. So what I'm trying to do is, so I just want to add my own data, so I would like to add some invoices over here. So whether it is trying to give you the responses accordingly or not. Okay. Let me add data source here. Here we have the
Can you please
Sujit is
share
all
Pratap your screen?
right now. It is not a.
No.
Oh God. Okay. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I just.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm trying to show. Let me share from my end. So Rajendra, can you please sir, can you
Yeah,
please
now
tell
it is
me
visible.
so that
Yes,
you are,
visible. Yeah, you can please
yeah,
proceed.
yeah. Yeah, so give me, like a 10 minutes, then I can wind up the, entire overview of this one. So I'll show you that one. Okay. So here there is an option called add your data. Here, like I'm already tell you, right? So something it is trained with some set of data. So we need to retrain the model with, so I'm going to add my invoices data. So I have the Uber invoice. So I just traveled from Bangalore to some other place in Elanco outside of Elanco. So there is a college called MIT University. I just add that data. So whether this model is able to capture that information, it will try to give you the responses accordingly. Let me try that. And so before going to that one, so I would like to, there is an option called add your data. Here, I think Sujit is already explained something about, so what are what are the, like adding data sources and all. Here we have the different data sources like coming from the Azure AI search to the upload file. So you can the Microsoft is provided one of the best feature like Azure AI search whenever we need to go ahead with anything related to as such for all these things and all. There is this option is very important then blob storage, so where you can create some containers, so then you can upload some files over there, and then probably you can use that one. Or else we have the Cosmos DB for MongoDB, database as well. You can use that one, and Elasticsearch and web URLs, and directly, for example, let's say you can use the web URL how what we can say it as so like Flipkart or Amazon particular website, you can use that web URL. Like you can ask like what is the price of that model, and can you please compare with another model? So like that, it will try to give you the responses accordingly. So now what I do is, so I just want to go for with upload the files. So I need to upload the files. I just let me try from my end. So here it, so once you go through this, select the data source as upload files, it is asking for the subscription and like a blob storage resource. So I've already created some storage resources and like Azure AI search resource and so I just go through these two. Then if you want to add any index name or else anything means, then you can add it over here. Let me add Global Power Platform or something. I just added. Then so here what you need to do is, so here you need to browse the whatever the file you along with you on the, and let me I have one invoice. So let me pull that invoice here. Okay, I just added this invoice. So once the file is uploaded, we need to go for the data management. So the file is uploaded, then we can go for the data management. Yeah, so we need to select the search type like semantic search or keyboard search. So probably I can go with the semantic search only. So it will try to probably will give the responses with the very accurately as well. So yeah, I just make the default size as 1024, and then you can tap on next option. Then most probably, so what I choose is, so I need to choose this API key as a data connection. So it is I mean, like whenever I need to go with system assigned message, it give you the some error and all. So that's why I need to go with this API key and all. Let's try with, yeah, see, it is fetching some error. So that's why I just go to this API key and all. Let me try to uh, okay. So I just added the data as well. Then once you added the data, then there is an option called save and close. Okay. So it will take some time. It will try to give you the responses so accordingly. So here I need to ask. You can give the some instructions like so this model. If you want to. If for example there is a model, it is able to give the responses related to your website or anything. So don't give other than that information. Let me try to give you one example. I need the this chat playground is able to give the information about the Himalayas only. Okay, and I don't want to the information about the other than that one. Like I don't want the information about other than like Himalayas, like like Andhra, like states or land, or everything related to the Himalayas. I don't want anything. So let me give you the one prompt here. So I given only one prompt only. So I just tap on the apply changes as well. So let me try whether it is going to give you any other information as well. So I need to ask anything related to, I don't know, like whether it will try to respond exact response will get or not. Let me try. Tell me about Azure. Yeah. Yeah. So the requested information not found in the, please try with another query. Like so the same way, like tell me about yeah. So now I'll try to give like oh, Mali is also not available. I think I'm wrong. Oh, okay, okay. So I'm adding the data, so that's why it's fetching error. Like so, once the adding, the data is done, then we can able to. Let me try one more prompt here. So I added data, right? So that's why it's fetching error. So let me. Oh, I think there's a. I mean, there's a. I mean, there's a, I don't know, like so something happened from my end. I think I doesn't give you the proper responses and all, so excuse me for that one. So it's sometimes like so while adding our data and all, so it you can give some clear instructions and all, so you can give the proper proper data set. I didn't see that the data invoice data is properly aligned or not, so excuse me for that one. So this chat plan doesn't give you the proper responses and all. Sometimes it will be happen like so our data will be like good manner. So then only it will be give you the responses accordingly. So one last thing I just want to show you, like so we talk about the prompt engineering, right? So here we need to use the like we have the two deployments only. Okay, so now only the DALI 2 is available. So it means in the image playgrounds we have the DALI 3 as well. But I have one prompt like it's stating, right? So we need to create one 3D 3D image, like it is showing like so we all are using like Instagram and all, right? So I'll show you the prompt later, but I think it is very okay. So there is a one prompt. Yeah, so I given the prompt as create a 3D image featuring an animated character, relaxing sitting position on the at the top of the Instagram logo. So I just given a clear instruction of prompt. So let's see. So whether it is going to generate the image properly or not. Okay. See. So I given some clear instructions to this image and also I think so that too this is the DALI 2. I think if the DALI 3 is means we are getting the image very clearly whatever the instructions I given. So what I have given right. So just I mean populate see this image states that like Instagram logo in the backside or Instagram logo in the so top of that Instagram logo I need to visit there and it will showing my name as well, but it is not at all showing. Sometimes this I mean this dialect doesn't give you that much accurate. So that's why we, I mean, I choose I mean, DALI 3 only most of the time and I'll try to give you the responses so accurately. So that's all from my end. So I think, sorry, like this deployment doesn't give you the, I mean, proper responses and all. But so this prompt engineering, like coming to this images background. So whenever you can describe the prompt clearly, it is try to give you the responses accordingly. Yeah. So over to you, Rajendran. I think that's all from my end. I think so. We taken. I mean,
No problem.
yeah. Over to you.
Thanks,
Yeah, yeah,
thanks, Pratap. Thanks, Sujit. Thanks for it's a nice session, giving the AI Foundry and the deep dive. Guys, if you have any
yeah,
queries, Pratap, can you please post your LinkedIn handle, Sujit, yours too, so that if any queries,
yeah,
means
yeah.
they can reach out to you. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
if you have
Actually,
any
like
questions, please post it. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sorry. I think I mean sometimes this chat playground means like we can go for the vector based and the RAG. I mean, argumentary. I mean, like RAG models and everything means. So we sometimes it will give you the proper. I mean, we need to add the like everything in proper manner. Then only we are getting the responses accurately. So while I'm adding the chat data, I think something I think I mean a misuse or something or something it will be done. So that's why it doesn't give you the proper response. Yeah, so apart from that so you can give the prompt for this DALI models and so you can try and you can play around all the entire things. So yeah, that's all from my end. So I'll try to give you my LinkedIn URL as well. So if you have any queries related to this one, please probably connect with me and yeah, you can also connect with me Sujit as well after this session as well. So thanks for hosting me this entire and the team of global I mean Power Platform Bootcamp and Delhi Tech Community. Thank you so much everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, Pratap. Thank you so much. And I'm handing over to my next organizer, Prince. I'm stopping, Prince, the current
Yeah,
recording.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, thanks,